The number one goal when you have a business is to increase sales, right? So today we're gonna go through 6 marketing campaigns that have helped me increase sales in my business. So how do you increase sales in your business? It's easy. It's what is called marketing. Marketing is the process of getting customers out there aware that there is a product to fill their need, that there is a product out there that will help them solve a problem that they are having. At some point, those potential customers will be struggling with a specific issue in their lives or in their business that they need to solve. So when they come into that stage, that they come aware that they need to solve something that they're struggling, the first thing that we want them to know as a business is that there is a product out there that can help them with that struggling, and that product is our product. Okay, so think about somebody that is having a birthday, for example, for their kids. They need a cake, or maybe they need some decorations. So what do? They're struggling with getting this. They at some point saw something on Instagram or in Facebook about some nice decorations. Let them that be your business. So because when that time comes, then they will go to you and buy from you. So that is marketing, making people aware that there is a product out there that might help them solve their issue and that they're struggling with that point in time. I always talk about this too, is that marketing is different from sales. Remember that, okay? Selling is actually closing the deal. Marketing is making people aware that there is something out there. The role of marketing is increasing the number of people that comes through your website, that comes through your store, okay? It's increasing the eyeballs about your product. That's the role of marketing, okay? It's not actually selling the product. It's actually increasing the people that see your product, that they are aware of how it works, that how it solves their problem. That's the role of marketing. Sales is actually closing the deal. Sales is when they actually go into your website, they go into the add to cart, and then they place an order. That's selling. Selling is when a person comes into a bakery and actually buys the cake. Selling is when you are selling, for example, to a customer and doing a demo or something. That's actually selling, okay, which is completely different from marketing. Keep that in mind. So now let's talk a little bit about marketing campaigns. Okay, marketing campaign is just a process that you're gonna go through from a specific time period to promote your product using a specific channel. Okay, so let's say, for example, you're gonna go and place some Facebook ads. So that's gonna be a marketing campaign. You're gonna run it for 3 months and you're gonna see if it works or if it doesn't work and how it's doing and if it is producing leads for you. So a marketing campaign, you can say that it is successful if the money that it generated is more than the money that you invested in that campaign. So let's say that you invested $100 in a Facebook ad campaign, but that campaign generated 500. So it actually had a profit of 400. So that's a very good campaign. It generated some money and some sales for your business, for example. Okay. So now let's go through those 6 campaigns that have helped me create and increase sales in throughout the years in a business. Okay, so the first one that I always try to recommend is Google Ads. Okay, so Google is the biggest search platform out there. There's millions of people looking for things. Okay, so if you are able to put some ads in there and see if you can get customers into your product or your business, that's a really good way of generating money. And I'm gonna tell you why. Because when people are looking for something in Google, it's because they are struggling with something. They need to find something. So they are already looking for a solution, which is really good about Google Ads. Okay, and that's why it's so powerful. Okay, Google Ads these days are a little bit expensive, but if you can niche down to a specific place or a specific keyword, then it can be profitable. Okay, so let's say you sell specific cakes in a specific city or town, then you can drill down your focus into those specific niches, and usually it's not that expensive, and it really has a great ROI, a great returns in investment, because people are already looking for that solution. Okay, so that's something that you might want to try out first and see if it works for you, if it is profitable, to try to do some Google Ads and see if it works or if it doesn't work. The nice thing about Google Ads is that you can measure it. So you can actually measure if people are clicking and if people are actually buying your product. Okay, so be sure to subscribe to the channel, because at some point we're gonna go and release a video on how you actually configure a Google Ads campaign. Okay, so be sure to click on the subscribe button there so you can see how that works. The second campaign that I actually recommend that you try is Facebook ads. Okay, so Facebook ads are it's a little bit different than Google Ads, because Facebook ads, people are not actually searching for a solution to something. Okay, so they are just scrolling on their timeline. But what's really nice about Facebook ads is that you can actually target the ad to show up to a specific people. So let's say you're looking for millennials, or you're looking for people between 18 and 35 that have kids, only moms, and that are part of a specific organization. Then you can target very specifically who your ad is going to show up. And also with Facebook ads, you have the ability to show up some nice pictures, some nice videos if you wanted to, about your product. So it's very interactive and it's a very good avenue. And usually Facebook ads is not that expensive. Okay, so if you niche down really your target market from which you're going to show your Facebook ads, then I would totally recommend that you try it out. It's really not that expensive. You also can measure the clicks, and you can measure if people actually buy. So that's something that will help you out determine if it is a good investment or not for you doing Facebook ads. What I would totally recommend it. It's very easy also to set up. We are going to do another video about that also, so be sure to subscribe or see it. Okay. The third tool that I would recommend is social media. Okay, so think about Twitter or Instagram depending on what your product is. These days, for example, even TikTok too. So TikTok is also a very good avenue to promote products. So I'm gonna do an example, and let's think about Instagram. Okay, it's a very good avenue to promote products if you are selling to consumers, for example, because you can display those products. Okay, I've known a number of business owners that run their business only on Instagram. Okay, they publish their products in there. They make friends. You can do some tagging in there also in Instagram, so your posts show in other areas. So Instagram is a very powerful tool to promote a business. Okay, depending of course on what you're selling. But if you're selling to consumers, it's very good to create engagement, to actually people know about your product, to follow you in there. Okay, as I said, this works a lot with online stores selling to people and consumers. Those are very good if you do Instagram. Twitter is also good, but also it's a different scenario. It's a different platform for conversations, but you can try it out. And TikTok, of course, it's blowing up right now. People are creating nice videos about their product, and they are promoting it in there, and people are following them. Just make sure that you need to do something funny, because TikTok is like that funny platform, as different from Instagram, but it's something that also works. The next one also to keep in mind is content marketing. Okay, what is content marketing, or what we call SEO, or search engine marketing? It's basically creating content on your website so you get found in Google. So think about if you are selling a product about decorations. Okay, so then you can do a specific blog post around how to decorate a birthday, for example, or a party. Tips on how to do that. What are the latest trends on decoration, for example, and then you can create blog posts or articles in your website indicating guides of how to do that, or what are the latest trends, so people are know what is the latest. Okay, the idea is when you create those contents, then Google will index those articles in their search, and when people are looking for that, then maybe your website will show up and they will be referred. With this option, it's very good because you're not paying for the pay-per-clicks, you're not paying for the Google Ads, so it's basically free. But it is a long-term endeavor, because there is a load that goes through creating a good article and creating something that it gets people interested, and it also that it gets indexed. But it really works, okay? Once it works and that traffic start coming in naturally to your website, it is a very good avenue to getting customers, okay? I always suggest that you don't forget about that and you do a balance of everything together, and that will help you out, okay? The fifth marketing strategy that I would recommend that you try is email marketing. So email marketing means trying to get emails from your current customers, from people interested in your area or your product, okay? So always be on the lookout to get people to sign up maybe for a newsletter. Like you can have a newsletter about the latest trends or something that is coming up. Okay, when you promote something in Instagram, be sure to try to get people to sign up for something so they can get something in return from you. Think about like if people sign up for your newsletter, then you're gonna give them a guide about something. They're gonna get something. Okay, the idea is that you get and get people's emails, so in the future then you can promote some offers that you have. Okay, and this really works. Okay, if somebody buys from you in the store and like in a physical location, also try to do something to get their email address. Like give them a card that they can fill out, and if they fill it out, maybe they get a coupon, like 10% off, 20% off if they sign up with their email address, and also that will help you long run in your business and creating that email list so that you can then market to those people. Okay, it's a very powerful option also, and be sure to check out our videos around email marketing. Finally, something that some people get discouraged at this point in time, but direct mail also works. Yes, the old one, junk mail, sending postcards to users, that still works. Okay, the problem with that is that it is a little expensive compared to the other ones, and you cannot measure the success around postcards. Okay, there are some ways that maybe you can measure it, but it's really hard to measure that. But they still work. Like some people read those postcards that go into the mail, and they get it there, especially if they have an offer or some coupon in there for your product. People will keep it around just in case. If you want to try direct mail, go ahead and try it and see if it works for your business. It's not something that I like because I cannot measure it. If there's something that I cannot measure if it works or not, then it's really hard for me to justify it. But again, for some businesses it works. Okay, so that's something to keep in mind. Look for the pricing, how it works in your area, in your city, and if it is something that might work for you. Okay, of course, if you're selling nationwide, then that won't work. This will only work if you're working or have a specific area, physical location in which your products might be sellable too. So these are the 6 strategies that I would recommend that you try. These are marketing strategies that will help you increase sales in your business. So go ahead, try them out and see how they do, and be sure to leave a comment if they work out, and see you on the next video.